Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm here to talk to you about Wolcen and how upset I am about it. I was very disappointed in this game. So, made a new character, went to log in, online play, doesn't work. As a matter of fact, I tried this 2 different times to see maybe if it was just me restarting everything and couldn't create an online game, so I ended up having to do a offline game in order to even test this game out. As you guys know, typically I like to do game reviews. I like to talk about the positives and the negatives of a game, so if this is your first time on the channel, welcome in. We're going to be going over Wolcen, the good, the bad, and I guess really the ugly about this game. Character creation was kind of cool. You got to dabble in some things that, I normally don't feel like I get to dabble with. Making one eye look one way and another eye look another was quite nice, and I guess this was their way for making up for incomplete game, in my opinion. This game had some big issues when it launched, as online didn't work then, and I had recently saw that online was supposed to be working now. So hey, I gave it a shot. I spent 40 bucks on this game. Disappointed. Now, let's talk about what does look great about this game. So as we loaded in, as we looked at everything, I could really appreciate the way the cinematics went within this game. The way the story was told was very gripping. It sounded very awesome. It was slowly pulling me in, making me want to play this game even more. I got really excited while going through the intro and the dialogue of this game. It just really resonated with what I want in an ARPG that's going to have hack and slash at the end of it. It really stood out to me. As we jump ahead into the story and we look at the cinematic scenes of this, it just screams. This game is going to be great. You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to look amazing. It's going to play amazing. It's going to be the bee's knees. At the end of the day, you're going to have a great time playing this game. Seriously, I mean, just you look at the detail of this cutscene right here, and it looks good. It looks clean. It looks dark, grimy, but with a crisp sense of color and vibrance to it. Like, they put a lot of effort into the cutscenes of this game, and it really created a sense of excitement for me, because looking at this, the only thing I could think of is this game is going to be a top-notch hack and slash game. It's going to bring a new age of graphics into it, a little cleaner than what I've seen before in these games. The cinematic was great. The blood splatter was amazing. Like, it just looked phenomenal. But looks aside, as I was able to actually play the game, I noticed the controls were pretty basic, and the bar at the bottom kind of looked a little bit different. I'm not used to the hotkeys looking this way. That wasn't the problem, though. I'm okay with things being a little different in these hack and slash games. We don't want them to be mirror-like. But when we talked about basic combat, it was 2 clicks and a space bar, which just didn't really feel right to me. I don't know. It's different than what I'm used to. So I wasn't really sure what I was about to get into. So once we actually got into some combat, I noticed, yeah, you had a cool little quick dash in, but then things felt really clunky and not smooth. Even though the game looked great, it felt like I was driving a 3-wheeled car that should have had 4 wheels but only had 3, so things didn't really work the way they were supposed to, and it's really sad. I had somewhat high hopes for this game, and the reviews I'd seen before, they didn't have a lot of positive things to say about it either. They talked about how botched the release of the game was and how many people were actually disappointed in this game's official launch. And I kind of was going to say, nah, they're wrong. I'm confident that this game is a lot better than what they're actually talking about. And so far, the only piece of this game that has really stood out and made me feel great is the cinematic portion of it. The gameplay itself just does not feel good, but the way everything looks, the story that they bring into it, the graphics that they pushed into this game for the cinematics and cutscenes, just, they shine. And I keep going back to that because that's literally the only thing that I've been able to really enjoy about this game so far. No, but please, don't get me wrong, I give every game a pretty good fighting chance most of the time. When I try to review them, I try to put in some extra time to understand exactly, when this game gets better, when it starts to do exactly what we want it to do, as far as being fun to play, as well as being fun to be a part of. Lore, yeah, cinematics, again, like, we want games to be great. I can't help but talk negatively about this game, though, because when it comes to combat, it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel smooth. It wasn't what I was used to, and Again, I'm perfectly fine with games not playing the exact same all the way around when it comes to hack and slash, but I believe that there were changes made in this that didn't need to be made. The basic attacks were just so basic, they were boring. The special attack was, again, one click boring, and even after playing, I only had one extra skill and it still felt very rigid. The game doesn't have a smoothness to it that you should expect in these types of games. Now, one thing that did really stand out to me was this portion coming up here where your character somehow awakens some special spirit, which in the beginning of the game you don't get a lot of clarification of what just happened. All you know is people think that you are a demon because you spawned out some great, I don't know, godlike mythic man with a mace in hand and wings of an angel. It was cool, you know, and again, it looked great, but I think that's where they ended it. They made this game look amazing, but I don't think they put a lot of thought into how smooth or how well it played at the end of the day. And that's one reason why, guys, I'm not going to recommend that you purchase this game. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to do another review on it in the future, but as of right now, Wolcen Lords of Mayhem dropped the ball for me really freaking hard, and I haven't been this disappointed in a game in quite some time, so it takes a lot for me to say a game that I had zero expectations for still dropped the ball, and that sucks. But we'll give it another shot here in the near future and see how this game stacks up after a few more updates. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll talk to you guys on the next review. Adios.